Guys, it's me. Anyways, I think I'm gonna try and do the rear 4 spark plugs. I had the first 4 out. I'll show them to you. They're not good. First of all, they're auto lights, and I don't like them. But there's the plugs right there. 1, 3, 5, and 7. And if you can see a common problem, 1 and 3 are pretty black. I mean, 1's fouled, but 3 is what I want. And then 5 and 7 look white at the ends, which is, I don't know if you can see them, but they're pretty. It's not running right. It's not getting fuel, so I'm gonna run some fuel cleaner in it. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna dump the tank completely. I don't even know how much gas is in there, but I'm gonna dump it. Probably run it in the Vibe or see what the octane is on it, and then run it in the Vibe or the Fusion, or just use it for these. Probably use it for those. That's how I'm testing them right now. With that, I've got the coil pack on that is brand new, so it shows how good it's running. But we're gonna try and pull the rear 4. They said, I got the repair book. The repair book says I have to lift the motor mount, and I don't want to do that. So another person told me if I can get to 6 and 8, which looks pretty easy to get to. 8 might be a problem, but 6 is right. I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can. Oh, there, barely. You can barely see. There's the plug for 6. They're just right under there, so I'm going to try and pull these out real quick, and then I'll show you guys what they look like. Alright guys, so I just got 6 out. Not that good. This one's the leanest of them all, it looks like. See how the tip's white? Honestly, I think my best one is number 5. The electrode looks to be good. The tip's gray, not really white. And you can see the whiteness on the surrounding the insulator. But yeah, number 6 is running lean. So again, I think from it sitting so long, because it sat for about a year, like without being driven, and it didn't get a tune-up right away, and the spark plug wires are 4 years old and stuff like that. I think it's just, I think it just needed a tune-up. I hope it just needed a tune-up. We'll test these once I get them all out. We'll test and see if they're firing. All of these are yellow spark, so it's pretty weak spark. Like I said, they're Autolite Platinum tips, but they're not. They have the black ends and not the shiny ends that I liked, and they didn't put any anti-seize on them, so they're kind of hard to get to them. Had to go buy a. This is the socket wrench I've had to use to get them out, because this one doesn't have enough leverage. So, yeah, kind of disappointed in the shop that did the tune-up last, but do what you do, you know. So, we're going to go take number 8 out now. Also, another important thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, you want gloves. You will cut your hand up like I did. This knuckle, my middle finger, I ripped the skin right off, and then ripped the skin off there, just the front ones. So, especially with the ones in the back, you're going to want gloves. You're going to want them to be long, and you're going to want them to have good grip. So, just a little FYI for any of you guys doing this. Yeah. So here's number 8. Not bad. It's rounded off really bad at the bottom. So, and it got stuck in my socket, so I had to poke it out. But yeah, there's number 8. 2 more to go, the hardest 2 to get. Gotta take some more stuff off. Okay, for easier access, you're gonna want to remove your intake right here. So you got more room to lean around over and stuff. And then to do that, you just gotta disconnect your warm air hose. And then 2 other things I did. I disconnected the electrical connector to the blower motor, and then the 2 electrical connections that are on your HVAC housing. just for easier access. And then another thing I did, this metal tab down here, I just bent it up. I'm going to bend it back once I get the new spark plugs and wires in. But we just got number 6, yeah, cylinder 6, I think. Yeah, we just got cylinder 6 out. Or not 6, I mean 4. I got number 4 out, and this one is decent, but like it's rusty on the contact point. I really want to see number 2 is the one I'm most worried about. I'm worried about looking at number 2 and seeing it dumping more gas into cylinders 1 and 2. But just for reference, these were out of the old North Star Caddy. I don't know if you guys remember that thing, and that had a blown head gasket. Look how messed up these things are. I don't think they're the same spark plug. Yeah, they look the same. Yeah, they look the same. Yeah, these had AC Delco Platinum plugs, and I replaced them with Champion power ones, and then the head gasket blew. Well, I think it was leaking before, but then it like completely blew. So, yeah, all we have left is one more. But just, you know, for FYI, if anyone looks on the forums and stuff and sees that you have to remove your rear motor mount and tilt the engine forward and stuff like that, you don't. You can get to them all. It's easier if you remove the rear motor mount, but like I said, I didn't feel like removing the motor mount, jacking up my motor. I'm working on this at home right now, so I don't have all the necessary tools and crap to be doing that. If it was at the tech center, I'd be doing it, but I'm not, so. Yeah, number 2 is probably going to be the hardest one to get to. It's in between your dipstick and then your blower motor. And I've got a lot of electrical connections and stuff there. But after that, we're going to remove the spark plug wires, and that'll be a separate video. Alright guys, and here's number 2. Not as bad as number 1, but this is the worst one on that bank. And that's basically how you remove 4.9 V8 spark plugs. They're a pain, but you can get to them without taking the motor mounts out. It's just a pain in the ass, and I couldn't use my half-inch drive on that one, the number 2 one. I had to use the 3/8 drive, but the back 4 were easier to get out than the front 4 for some reason. The front 4 I did need to use the 1/4-inch drive, or the half-inch drive, but the back ones I probably could have gotten away with using the 3/8 drive. But they came out. You can just see how rusty it is in there. These spark plugs are shot, so glad I got them off. Next video is how to remove the wires.